The hell? Whatever, man. It's a mic cover. Wait, is this it? No, it's not. Oh, well. Not gonna worry about it. I still gotta watch E3, man. I did not watch E3, and I do not want to be. Matter of fact, I think today, I think it was Microsoft's press conference today. Not like I really care for it, because I don't have an Xbox, but still be interesting. Okay. That wasn't worth it. Go, and now we can look for wherever the hell this news reporter is, because only Lord knows. You know, one thing about this game is that these people really know how to play hide and seek well. I will give them that. If nothing else, they know how to play hide and seek really, really well. Lord Whitechapel. Now, how do I get back to that place where he was supposedly at? I think right here. He was in here, but
I cannot enter.
I can't enter the damn place. How do I get the key? Ain't no keys around here. None of the doors open. I think I seen a video. Somebody said, "Yeah, that's the janitor right there." Well, not the janitor, but the guy. So how do I open that door?
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, that's him. So how do I get back there? Gotta be a way back there, man. Can't get from up there. I'm assuming the key would be... I don't know. Anybody knows how to find the key to unlock that door, please let me know. Like, this right here is like gonna be the hardest part of this game. Figuring out where the hell this stuff is. Maybe I'll talk to her again, maybe she'll give me the key. She's still
very well.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Maybe she has an ailment we can cure her. Maybe that'll be, no, she's perfectly
very
healthy.
well. Goodbye, then.
Damn. Coming around here not gonna do nothing. It's not the back of the chapel.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to...
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine.
Maybe there's something around here. See where that guy is. There's a scroll right there. What's his problem? did swing. Did swing, but it didn't count. Tell me to drop something. Take all that. Where's this doc? This news journalist. Here we go. It's in the cemetery. Around the chapel.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Richard Bubblewood. Of course. Sorry, now, hold on, I'm trying to see who the hell is this message in my phone.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
About Darius
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his
At first I thought he was a dick.
clear.
Not interested in your...
Turns out he was a pretty dick.
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Maybe we can get some
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
You're a hopeless romantic.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
If you feel so.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Thank you. Thought it would have been something over there, but nah.
Hello again, miss.
Maybe we got some leverage. No leverage.
Very well. Goodbye, then.
Okay, good. Now we can get to the old man. What's this? Why is this door locked now? I'm supposed to go that way anyway.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Oh, mesmerized level 2. Oh no. Dang.
Sir, wait.
So I can either
Stop
talk one
this
way or I can just
nonsense. I
mesmerize
know
him and
Nurse
make him
Crane is
get the
here.
door open.
Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
She knows who I am.
you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Do you have any family left? Let's find out.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
My father left us too.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Alright. So I'm not able to mesmerize him, am I? Oh, yeah, bronchi. Oh, that's right, I can heal him.
Yes?
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor. It must be my lucky day.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
I guess you gotta be more of a monster to do that. Is she in here?
Razvan, control yourself. Calm. Calm. I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
You have any anesthetics?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
Damn, that shit hurts.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, it's a good thing that they're not actually showing this. I'm already squeamish just from the sounds. Oh, jeez.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
I don't know, is it a way to save him? Wait, hold on, I want to know if there's a way you can save him. Let me go back. Let me go back. Please. I want to know if there's a way you can actually save that dude. I want to save him. Because he probably got some info. I mean, he probably was going to die regardless, but I still want to save him. If there's a chance we can save him, most definitely I want to do that. Well, he was licking his lips from that blood. Like a shark in the water. He smelled blood and he was going for it.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Oh, we're good. Okay, so this part is already passed. And I already gave him the medicine for the bronchitis, right? Yeah, okay. So we just gotta help Nurse Crane so we can try to save this dude again. Oh, I forgot they had this chest right here. Get that. We definitely didn't have that before. Saline quinine. Wait a minute. We didn't have that last time. Codeine. Oh man, that hydrocodone solution. It's really gonna be my best friend. Oh, hello. What's this letter? Letter to Nurse Crane. Oh wait, hold up. Before we do that, I seen that little flicker. Alright, give me that. everywhere. Anything else I need to try to get before we take this man's life involuntarily?
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I must perform a tracheotomy. Do you have any anesthetics?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
Through the neck.
He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Boy, you must be in pain like a mofo. Good, jeez.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
Man, to be a vampire in this time.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery.
Temptation everywhere.
There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
To be a vampire and a doctor, man.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Well, either for analysis or for drinking. I mean, you know, you need, blood to live.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Jesus, look at these blood spills. That's some good blood, man.
To what do I owe this courtesy?
Some real good blood, all that sweet, delicious blood going to waste.
This is an unfitting place.
Damn,
for the
man.
illustrious Dr. Reed.
And to think I could have had time with him by myself and just, oh man.
Razvan
And I wonder if that blood is still good.
I don't understand.
I don't know, let's go for a taste. Woody.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Well, first you can take off that nurse outfit and let me bang you, but since we're professionals here, I'm going to stop the blackmail.
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Why target Lady Ashbury?
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Holy damn.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
Oh, well, you're a regular superwoman,
So,
huh?
the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Nah. No. Spare. Charm, you'll forget all about this. Dang, really embrace her? I don't want to embrace her. Well, at least not in this run. Spare, I'll look away. Forget all about, nah, we don't want to forget her. Dang. I want to charm her, but to have her forget about all those people, that's going to be some ruthless shit. I mean, they still kind of need her, though. I don't know, maybe I can come back and I can still help her. I'm gonna go with spare.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Oh, the mesmerize level went up.
It's
Dang,
locked.
Trouble. Wait, this shit go
I cannot enter.
Wait, did he kill the... Dang. He killed the people that was just laying on the bed? What type of ruthless shit was that? Just killing people that's just laying on the bed, bro. That deserves death. this dude. Oh, I'm looking all lanky.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
The 2000 XP. Well, I mean, since now he's all
Yes?
healed and everything. You know, I mean, this would be a perfect time to mesmerize him, right? I mean, let's, yeah, man, let's bite that neck. Come here. We're in the privacy of his home. He can't do nothing. Ramlord. No, I'll let him go. I didn't cure him just to eat him. What a dead body was right there. Oh, there was a dead body right here. Must have got up and went off. Wait, am I even going the right way? I am. But those dudes that was right here, not right here no more. I smell a boss fight coming up soon. I smell El de Boss.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill him, boy!
Oh, look at this, it'll still be sheep.
Burn it, boy! Take it, Ted!
stuff.
The flower's dying. It needs water. Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Anemia, fatigue, the main thing. Cold, bronchitis. Wait a minute, what in the world did that girl have? Does she have fatigue? I got one of each. This gun finna be OP. I was able to get both of them? Or was it probably just one at a time? That's what I say.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Needs water. The flower's dying. Needs water. Towards Lady Ashbury, she outside. Yo, I wonder, I mean, even though she a vampire, I kinda wonder if they gonna let you, like, go after her or something. Oh, wow. She done gave in.
I would
Dang.
ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
He trusted you. In the end, you're a killer. Compassion only hides your appetite. Let's make her feel guilty for what she did.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So the accusation was true?
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashby, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
Don't give me that sass.
Since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Yeah, well, you took the hell out of that one. Kind of hard for me to believe you.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Get you about 300.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Nah.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
You should be one to talk. You want to get the hell out of there. Let your instincts all over that dude's wrist.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
You sure about that? You acting a fool all over that wrist.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
Good, then I would just kill him.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
And who attacked me?
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Alright, so
When I awoke, changed. I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Alright, I guess that's it. That's
I bid you
everything.
farewell. For now, Melly.
Nothing else to ask her.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Oh, going back upstairs. What's this? Light stamina serum. Okay. Light stamina.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Ooh, you know what? We need to fix this. Focus your power to blood your bull's target, causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the targets. That's like an insta-kill. futile police raids in Whitechapel. Nobody died. What's the matter with him? Okay, everything's stable now. She still has fatigue. I got the treatment for fatigue. I need to make another fatigue treatment. I got one for cold, so I need to go back to Whitechapel to heal those people. So let me get another one for fatigue. Nobody has pneumonia, so I think we're good. Alright. I want to go heal Whitechapel before I heal the people in this hospital.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I never saw symptoms like this when I was in France.
Never.
Not at all.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here.
Smashing.
But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Alright, going to Stonebridge. But first, we gotta go to, back to Whitechapel. All those people need to get healed, and I am the man for the job.
I have wasted too much energy for so little.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary.
Now, before we do any of that, we going back to Whitechapel.
I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
You were supposed to be safe. Oh, what a fucking joke.
Oh, headache. I don't have nothing for that yet. Wish they had fast travel in this game.
Die, Leeds!
See the right way to get there? Well, I'm not even in the right area. But the only thing they could do to ruin this experience of this game is if the weapons broke.
It's one of them! Oh my god! Die, vermin!
I was supposed to get up there. Can't shadow dash my way up there. This thing letting me get through there. It's not the way to Whitechapel though. How do you expect me to get right there?
It's locked, all right.
Dude, hold on, I'm tripping. Let me just go across the river. 'Cause I can't deal with that. Make life easier on me. Okay, I'm going the right way. So I can find these people. There's 3 of them. Wait, ain't this where I took that dude? Yep. Yeah, that's where I took him. Yeah, that's where I bit his neck. Oh well, shit happens.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Maybe you could help me.
Name's Albert Palmer. I'm a wet boot boy now, so mind your mouth.
Palmer? As in Benjamin Palmer?
Unfortunately, the bastard was my father. Dead in the gutter, killed by some arsehole while drunk.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Nurse Crane? Yeah, I heard she's doing all right. Connected and protected.
I know you have an appointment with the Wet Boot Boys' leaders, Albert. Where are they?
The meeting was cancelled. The gang's in a right mess since Clay vanished. He ran things, Clay Cox. Others have either died or disappeared.
What is happening to the gang? Is it the epidemic?
I've been hearing about a new gang called the Guard, or some such. More vigilantes than crims from what they're saying.
What else do you know?
Nothing, I swear. The Guard is growing, but they don't recruit just any old bastard like myself.
And what about Benjamin's death?
Who cares? Life is for the living. We all end up 6 feet under. Let's grab what's ours before we meet the Reaper. Life's too short.
Your life will be short indeed. It almost sounds like I'm gonna bite his neck.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
What does he have? We got sepsis, yo. I got something for that.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
He ain't got enough. Well, yes he do. He got 1,000 points.
Very well. Goodbye, then.
There she go. And the other ones was around here.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working nearby.
The other ones.
me
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
2,300? Dang.
What do you know about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
That woman is a saint. She's living proof that a strong will is sometimes all you need to make a difference.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
I think it was one more. Oh yeah, it was a news reporter, that the black guy. We gotta give him some fatigue medicine too. Where did he go though? Cold.
Good evening, Mr. Nithercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I don't know much about the woman.
Oh, we good.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Got some good blood, this man. 1,500. But I'll recover. I'll make for a good food source.
Hello again, miss. Hello, Camellia. How are you, partner? Come on, girl. Smile. Don't you know Dorothy and I have an agreement? We're on the same side. No? All right then, as you wish. Very well. Goodbye then.
Where's that other guy? There you go. This is what I was looking for.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I'll never know what goes on in that place. But as long as people are getting better, I'll stop investigating her.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Alright, well, that's everybody, I think, in London, the Whitechapel, I mean. He got better. She got better. She got better. He got better. Still like 2 people. Go down there.
It ain't human! Kill it!
No civilians allowed, sir. I said go back home! This was mine! Watch out for that tape! Kill it!
gotta go around. You can't. Wow, they make you go around. Dang. I go thinking it was a back way. Shit, I was already over here. They really don't have fast travel in this game. No fast travel. Great.
It's elite! Kill him! See them fancy stones? This one's a top! He's dead! Better go home, sir. It's a leech! Watch it! It's a killer!
know if I have the strength. Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was kindness incarnate. Feel like a hypocrite.
I wish the tears would come. But I'm empty. And I feel a hypocrite.
Let your pain run free, Jonathan. Don't smother it. What you feel is your humanity. Don't be so quick to lose it.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, she shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Widow in distress.
I cannot enter.
You say this one, but I can't get to her. They're gonna make me go back around just to get the... Wow. They're literally gonna make me go back around. Can't believe it, they're making me go back around.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Ascalon, whoever that is. It's probably gonna hurt.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
I have no need for a kind ear.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
This is a private concern. I have words for one departed. What's a private concern?
I've told you once. This is a private concern.
Your eyes burn with rage.
Really?
Yet I see
could
the
tell
pain
from the
of
blood
life
that I drink.
beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
It's not your concern. Nosy people, man. It's not your concern. You know, this motherfucker might run and tell the neighborhood. I don't want to run that risk. You really can't trust these church folk. It's not your concern.
Who she was is not your concern.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
A bitter neck.
She has been laid to rest.
That's all you need to know.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I wish I could forget all of this.
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse.
Oh, wow.
My dear Mary.
I didn't know he was going to say that.
Forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
He wasn't supposed to know that. What if I can go back and mesmerize him? Can I knock on this door again? Damn. He wasn't supposed to know that little tidbit of information.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Easy does it, boys. Easy deal with this vermin. Bloody leech! Get in, brothers! The wicked! I don't need a watch it! He's a killer! Over there! There's one of them! It's not human! Kill it! Hold back!
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
He's probably the one that turned him into a vampire.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me. Pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Sorry, sir. No evidence.
What do you want?
Somebody help!
Don't worry, I'm helping you. Just beat them with a stick.
What do you want? Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want?
There we go.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Shaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
They just, oh wow, no questions. She healthy though.
Carnage is Father Whitaker's disciple. This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Follow the blood trail. Oh, here we go. Where's Samuel?
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Is this Samuel? He's a skag now? was done.
I have this thirst for blood.
Jeez. Okay, what next? Claws. Do I have enough for claws? What was the claws? 1,000? They were 1,000. Damn. 100% damage, 5% heal. I mean, I want the bites to do something else, but more damage ain't necessarily what I'm after. Okay, so this place is almost healthy. Stable. Oh, they're stable now. It's the docks, so you got a treatment for fatigue. I got that. This place went down, so I need to focus. Okay, I need to focus on the hospital now. Get rid of all these afflictions. Cold, migraine. Yeah, I have the cures for these now, so I need to focus on the hospital. Yeah, I need to focus on the hospital now. That he called me vermin. My name is Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Did you hear me? Over there! Look at
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Okay, we need to start getting some of these people healed. Alright, so let me go to,
So tired. Will this shift never end?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
what that nurse.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
I will be fine, as soon as I can get some sleep.
Oh, dang, I don't have it.
I will see you later, nurse. What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
So why is she doing that? Go to my room and make the rest of these treatments. I gotta cure these people. Yeah, let's see all what I have to, all what I gotta make. So we got heat good, fatigue, cold, migraine, got those. Fatigue, and cold. So we need 1, 2 colds, 1 more cold, and 1, 2 fatigues. Okay. Got to be everybody that's here.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
I will be fine, as soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
A Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accept it.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts.
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
But what if I was
what's the
close
worst
to
that could possibly happen?
and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
Alright, now where's Milton? Gotta be around here somewhere. There she go. Oh, they both right here. Good.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. But thanks, anyway.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Alright, so this can go. Because honestly it's no good anymore. Yeah, it's really no good anymore. The axe, we don't need this anymore either. I mean, it seems cool, but we don't need it. What else is he selling? That'll be good.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Let's go to Swansea.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
Well, the guard is him.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
You want to restore peace in the hospital again?
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
They will not attack. They are not far wrong.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Wait, he brought him there? How? When? He didn't speak on when he brought him there. He just showed up. Uninvited, might I add. Nobody asked for him.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Oh, that's right. And they got somebody down there that I need to give this migraine medicine to. wasn't I? Oh yeah, that's where I fought that other vampire at.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
We're out.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Wow, Wiener Cox. Like, you couldn't make a... Like, that name is just...
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Hey. That's one way to look at it. Show me everything you got. No matter of fact, don't. I feel like I'm gonna regret that decision. Hold on 1 second.
Pleasure, sir. Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Alright. That's 1, 2. No, we did him already.
Foolish girl and a sweet principal. Got no idea.
Mark my word. These murders are the work of a...
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Jason Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. try asking Tom Watts about him.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Do I even have another?
Kind of.
What's in the bag? Nothing for fatigue.
Kind of grey eye hunt,
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
I should shut the turquoise for a time.
He didn't deserve this.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now. I should have offered a drink to the boy. Being cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire. Seems like the Guard of Freeman is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Simple enough.
Fuck, he's dead! Back in the grave, you! There you are!
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
Sorry, sir. No admittance.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Seymour worries me.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Oh, wow.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I will not look kindly on you if you're trying to trick me.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Best for your phone. Oi! Didn't you hear me? You get them weapons ready!
Mine! I'll take it. Over there! There's one of them vermin. Shall prevail!
We have to stop it!
It's locked. That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. Gate should shut properly now.
See what this is about. It up, but now what? Yeah, I made a meal out of. Bones on hooks. Somebody lived down here.
I cannot enter.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name! Slow as a snail! I heard the Banshee and the Crushers all! Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? Shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn! I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells! Your blood is now mine. I shall crush you. Return to your apothecary and needles. Down, stay down.
We almost lost it.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far. At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Killer, can he be trusted?
Sean is a skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Keep your distance, Ekon! Your smell is enticing. So sweet of blood. Your place is not here.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The Yam Doctor.
Wait a minute, ain't that that old lady?
Secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
No skull.
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. so cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Sean Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again. It's locked.
Where in the world?
It's locked, all right.
How the hell am I supposed to get up? How the hell do I get back to the docks? Should follow the arrows. I only seen one arrow. follow the arrows. That's one arrow. Well, that's it right here. I'm gonna end the stream. Right now and take a break. We'll be back at 8 for another one. So thank you guys for watching. Peace and keep on gaming.